What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at Dynasmon. Yeah, that's right. We've never seen Dynasmon before in the Digimon TCG. This is a brand new Digimon making its debut. Is it any good? I mean, look, we've not seen many cards from BT6, right? And you know the rule by now, you should probably have noticed this, I'm sure many of you have. The first few cards that are revealed tend to be really good to try and build hype for the set. So yes, it's a level 6, it's a super rare, and it does look really good. Starting off with the stats, we got a 12 cost to play normally, 4 cost to Digivolve, 12,000 power, which honestly is exactly what we expect from a level 6, +1. So we expect 11 cost, it's 12. We expect 3 to Digivolve, it's 4. We expect 11,000 power, it's 12. So, bit more expensive, bit more powerful. Is it any good? Well, our translation comes from the lovely folks over at Enzan Gaming, and by now you probably have realised quite how highly I think of them. And what we've got here is when you Digivolve, you trash 1 card from the top of your security, and then you look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Add 2 Digimon that are level 6 or lower to your hand, and trash the rest of the cards. Well, you see, I have conflicting views about this particular skill. You see, on the one hand, this is draw 2. It's basically draw 2. Because the chances in your average deck, as they are generally constructed, the chances of looking at the top 6 cards of your deck and seeing only level 7s, options and tamers is extremely low. There are some decks out there that do play more options and tamers than others, but most of the time you are going to see 2 in there, so you get to draw them. So you're basically drawing 2 cards. And this is a 4 cost to Digivolve up, draw 2, and we can compare it to something like Gabumon that has seen a bunch of play, which is draw 1. It's a 3 cost to play normally, and you draw 1. Or we could look at Zudamon, which is a draw 2, which is nice, but in order to draw 2 with Zudamon, you actually need to pay quite a bit more. You need to pay 7 memory to play it. Here, you're paying 4 to Digivolve up, and you're drawing 2 cards, and you get a choice among them. Now, you're not going to hit your tamers and options, though most of the time tamers and options see a lot less play anyway, and you're not going to grab your level 7, but you're drawing 2, that's good. But there are downsides. I mean, firstly, you trash the rest of your cards. Usually skills like this, you put them to the bottom of your deck. That is not the case here. You trash them, that is bad. However, it's not the end of the world, but what if you hit like 2 or 3 of your level 7s and then you have to trash them? That's a generally pretty bad thing. It is something you absolutely need to be concerned about. Oh yeah, and also I should have said, when you Digivolve up, you trash the top card of your security. That's not good. Everyone starts the game with 5 security, and when they're all gone and you attack, you win. If you attack when your opponent has no security, that is the main win condition. You can also win if your opponent cannot draw a card during their draw phase, but generally speaking, that's not really an issue. With the card pool we've got at the moment, it is attacking when your opponent is out of security. That's the only real win condition we see. And basically here, you get your opponent 20% of the way towards winning. That sounds bad. There must be an upside, and the answer is yes. Absolutely. Because on both players' turns, limited to once per turn, when your security is reduced and your security is 3 or less, you recover 1. And that is your turn and your opponent's turn. And I do need to stress this very clearly. When it says once per turn, it is once per turn per Dynasmon. If you've got multiple out, then you do get to grab multiple. You get to recover multiple. So if you've got 3 Dynasmon out and you've got 0 security, or you get lowered to 0, it actually goes straight back up to 3. That is awesome. Now, there are a couple of rule inquiries that need to be addressed here. Firstly, well, what if you've got 4 security and then you Digivolve Dynasmon? Do you trash and then recover? And this is an easy one. Because when you are the active player, you resolve your skills in the order of your choosing. So when you evolve, you trash the security, and your security is reduced, it's 3 or less, you basically will trash the security and then recover up again. They kind of activate at the same time, but not really. One is when evolve, one is when it's basically a reaction to it. I could be wrong about this. Do correct me in the comment section if I am. Although, please, if you are going to correct me, link me to a ruling, etc. Don't just tell me you think I'm wrong. Please make sure you prove it to me. Show me some knowledge, frankly. And I think you can do this. So essentially, you trash card from the top of your security. Then you grab a couple of Digimon. Then you recover, and all you've actually really done is drawn 2 cards. That's a good thing. You kind of get punished for the early game evolution. You don't get punished for the late game evolution, which is a good thing. The other ruling we need to have a look at here is the question of, well, if I've got multiple Dynasmon out, can I go above 4 security? So let's say I have got 3 security, and I have got 3 Dynasmon out, and my opponent takes away 1 security. I've got 3 Dynasmon, and all 3 of their skills should kick in at this stage. But if all 3 of them kick in, then I actually go up to 5 security. I go from 3 down to 2, add 3, that puts me up to 5. That's a bad thing. Well, it's good for you, but it's bad ruling-wise. It doesn't work. Essentially, one of them will activate and put you up to 3. You're still at 3 or less. One of them would activate and put you up to 4. But for the final one, it wouldn't activate because you're already at 4 or above. Again, I'm fairly sure this is a ruling. Please do correct me if you think I'm wrong about it. But make sure you're linking me to other rulings, etc. Proving that I'm wrong. I'm cool being wrong, but let's roll with some proof, please, ladies and gentlemen. I think they are the 2 rulings. I believe that works. And you know what? This is awesome. I love this. Because you see, when you look at the first skill, you look at it and you go, well, I'm trashing a security card, and I'm drawing 2 cards, but I'm trashing 4 cards. They might be ones I want later, etc. If this was purple and I get to play from the trash, that's fine. But it's not purple, and yellow cards generally don't play from the trash, and this is a bad thing. That is just not the case here. You trash, you can recover, and the fact of the matter is, if you play this properly, if the game goes even remotely your way, you should be recovering far more than 1 card with Dynasmon. Now, do remember, in the same way this ability stacks in terms of recovery, it does also stack in terms of trashing. So, every time you Digivolve up into a Dynasmon, you will be trashing a card from the top of your security. No, that's not ideal. Boo, hiss, etc. Nobody cares. Because the fact of the matter is, this puts your opponent in a super awkward position. Because it basically means they have to take out multiple security. If you've got Dynasmon on the field and your opponent has 1 attack with no extra security attack, it's kind of pointless. Because they'll trash a security and then you'll just put a new one down using this skill. So your opponent doesn't get any real advantage. And when they go after your security, it might be an option card with a nice skill. It might be a tamer card that gets put into play. It might be a security Digimon that goes and gets put into play. And you can actually end up helping your opponent by attacking the security because they get a really good security skill. And then they recover, and you're no closer to winning the game, but you did activate one of their security skills, and that is, frankly, a bad combination for you. There is so much to like about this. And sure, don't get me wrong, there are going to be plenty of times where your opponent will be able to take out multiple security cards in one go, and all but just ignore this. But they have to plan and they have to work around it. Of course, if you can get 2, 3, 4 Dynasmon into play, you can kind of lock your opponent here into a game plan where they have to take all 4 security out at once. Because if they ever go below 3 and then get rid of 1, you just recover all the way back up to 4. So they have got to get you from 4 all the way down and then attack, and that is just wonderful. They've essentially got to start hitting multiple security cards after activating Dynasmon's abilities, because otherwise they take out, you replace, and we end up in a loop where you can't lose. It's not an infinite loop, of course. Your opponent can take out security. You get Dynasmon skills. They are limited to once during your turn. Then they go after the security and they stick. But yeah, if you get multiple of these out, your opponent is going to have a very hard time winning the game. I'm calling this a 5 WOSSY card. I think this has absolutely phenomenal potential. And yeah, there are downsides when you Digivolve up, but if you can get a couple of these into play, you can sit there and basically mitigate all of your opponent's attacks, or at least a great number of them. But I want to know what you think, so let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the WOSSY. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching WOSSY Plays.